Hello everyone, this is Harry. In this issue, we have an American action thriller film, Into the Blue. Jared was a senior diving coach. The boss was fastidious and always took his salary back. Jared didn't accept this kind of work, so he gave up. Jared's girlfriend, Sam, was a guide in the local aquatic theme park. Even though Jared was so poor that he could only live in a broken trailer. The only valuable property was a broken ship. But Sam didn't give up at all. Jared used to work for a professional treasure hunt captain. A storm 10 years ago turned the sand on the bottom of the sea. Revealed something buried for centuries. The captain found a treasure and made a fortune at that time. Now he had his own treasure boat and hundreds of employees. Recently, the storm was coming again. Jared refused the captain's invitation, and prepared to pick up the small broken boat and search for treasure. That day, Jared's best friend came back for a holiday, with a new girlfriend he just met. Jared's friend was a lawyer. He was busy this period of time, because the bigwigs in the underworld asked him to be a defense lawyer, and gave him a seaside villa as a reward, and all the property there, including a private ship. Jared was so excited that he could finally sail out to look for treasure. 4 people in a boat, surfing, diving. Enjoyed the sea. Jared accidentally dropped his watch to the bottom of the sea. He dived and found ballast stone from ancient ships. This showed that there must have been a shipwreck here centuries ago. Jared excitedly encouraged all the people to follow him to the sea to dig for treasure. As expected, they found a lot of antiques. And Jared found a gold dagger. He continued to explore the bottom of the sea and found that something was shining not far away. Jared followed the wreckage and saw a plane. They used a flashlight to explore the plane, but they found that the plane was full of drugs. Bryce and Amanda wanted to make a fortune on drugs. But Jared and Sam, who abided by the principle, firmly refused it. They were just looking for treasure, never did anything illegal. However, if they called the police, the sea would be blocked. Their treasure would also be blocked. Jared didn't want to miss this golden opportunity. He decided to find the treasure first and then call the police. Sam didn't want to spoil her boyfriend's interest, so he reluctantly agreed. And Bryce and Amanda really wanted the underwater drugs, so they couldn't wait. The next day, Jared was going to buy a boat with full of equipment. The total investment was $30,000. But Bryce said he gambled away his savings. Jared felt useless. Then, the one who didn't want to sell the boat to Jared, turned around and told the boss about Jared's drug discovery. Later, Jared and others bought simple manual equipment to look for treasure. Bryce used the metal detectors to find the treasure. Jared used a sand blower. The girls rummaged around for a long time. While people were not paying attention, Amanda sneaked into the plane, but accidentally hooked off the oxygen tank. Jared didn't see Amanda on the boat and immediately realized something not good. He rushed to the plane and luckily Amanda was saved. The biggest gain this time was 2 old silver pistols and a silver power keg. Amanda knew the ancient words above and translated the information. Jared looked through the ancient books and found that this was the personal equipment of a famous pirate 150 years ago. According to the time, Jared thought that ship was likely to be the Zephyr, a legendary French pirate ship. When the Civil War broke out, the rich merchants took all the gold and silver and fled by boat. Hijacked by pirates and shipwrecked on the way. A related fairy tale was widely spread. It was said that the pirate fell in love with the daughter of the rich merchant at first sight. In order to live a safe life, they arranged a battle and sank the ship. Left gold behind. Jared concluded that they had found the legendary treasure. It was worth at least hundreds of millions of dollars. The next morning, they dived into the sea again to find evidence of the Zephyr. All that was left on the boat was the restless Amanda. This time, Bryce and Jared did the same as the previous time. The difference was that there was Sam taking photos. Soon, they found a big gun. But then the Marine police suddenly arrived. The police didn't know the sexy girl Amanda, and carried out a comprehensive inspection according to the law. The other 3 under the sea did not show up. They could only wait for the police to leave as soon as possible. Unexpectedly, the barrel was big and heavy, and 3 of them fell to the bottom of the sea. And it pressed on Bryce's arm. Jared also ran out of oxygen, but he still tried to help Bryce. The Marine police were good friends of Jared and Sam. As soon as he saw them, he stopped checking and withdrew his team quickly. At night, when they was in a nightclub, Amanda hooked up with a local drug dealer. Bryce felt that he was going to be unfaithful and beat that guy. Thanks to Jared, he let Bryce go. The next day, they continued their treasure hunt. But they didn't notice that there were 2 men looking at them. When they were under the sea, that 2 men sneaked into the boat and checked around. Jared and Bryce found something strange. Immediately back to the ship to drive away the strangers. Jared recognized the 2 men from the hats that they had left. They might be the captain of staffs. Jared immediately went to the captain to ask, but he denied it. He also claimed to have sold many hats. Jared was advised not to take things out of context. This made Jared feel a great crisis. If they didn't speed up, the treasure would be discovered by the captain sooner or later. Unfortunately, they didn't have money to buy the equipment. Bryce took the opportunity to propose that selling drugs were the best way. They would have money to buy equipment and dig up the treasure of 150 years ago. Bryce had many years of professional experience in defending drug dealers. Therefore, Jared was a little persuaded. He didn't want to miss the treasure. But in the end, Jared rejected the offer. Bryce and Amanda's plan failed, and they decided to do it by themselves. That night, they quickly took out a large bag of drugs. Then they found the drug dealer who was hooked up by Amanda. Unexpectedly, Bryce and Amanda were detained on the spot. Jared received the news and went there immediately. But those 800 kilograms of drugs were originally transported by the drug dealer. The drug dealer sent people to salvage it everywhere. Now Bryce had taken the drug dealers to their home to let them know that the cargo plan had been found. The drug dealer suggested Jared to give him all drugs within 12 hours. Otherwise, all of them would die. But Jared was still thinking about the treasure. He asked the drug dealer for $30,000 to buy equipment. But Sam didn't believe that Jared would get involved in drugs. She left him. Jared was in a difficult position. He had no choice but sticking to the plan. They blew the sand and found the wreck of the Zephyr. Then the drugs were taken out of